So Gordon, what led you to become a Rotarian?
Well, I suppose it was my parents. Not because they were so great at wanting me to be something in the community, but because they were someone who didn't have anything to do with the community. My parents belonged to a cult which did not believe in voting, didn't believe in going to the war, didn't believe in serving their country, didn't believe in anything except going to church. And I suffered through that. And when I grew up, got married, I was just the opposite. I joined a group called the Junior Chamber of Commerce, known as the JCs, which is very similar to Rotaract, in is that it's younger people, and when they reach the age of 30, they're kicked out. So I went through JCs, became president, I was kicked out, and then an attorney friend of mine said, gee, why don't you join the Rotary Club? I did. I joined the Rotary Club. This was back in Chicago, in the United States. I went through all of the offices. I was secretary, treasurer, vice president, president-elect even. And the year I was president-elect, I came to Grand Cayman.
So what then led you to take on the role of president?
Well, of course, I was on the committee which was formed by the district to determine whether or not we needed a third Rotary Club in Grand Cayman. We had Rotary Grand Cayman, which I was a past president of at the time, and Rotary Central was the other club. So when we formed this committee, we decided, yes, we do need another club, and it should be a morning club. So Alistair was on this committee with me. He said, I'll be the first president. And therefore, I was elected to become the second president. I really had no intention of even becoming a member of the new club. I just really was there to see whether or not we needed the new club, because I'm not a morning person. My eyes aren't open yet.
What were your greatest ambitions or your vision for the club?
Well, I think my vision for the year I became president was to take all of these brand new Rotarians and try and work with them and form a really viable club. I was a member of a board which was practically all new Rotarians.
So would you say that was your greatest challenge during your year?
I think that was the greatest challenge. I had, what would have been our biggest project was a money-making project. We had two chairmen of the fundraising committee who were attorneys, very bright people, and our first project was going to be a musical with local talent, and we seemed to have a little bit of a rupture between the Rotarian people who were the smart ones and then the artistic people. And at the last moment, one of the main characters, one of the main singers in this group, was transferred back to England, and they never got together, and it was just poof, it didn't happen. So that was my big project for fundraising, and it didn't happen. And all the way through, it was really just my secretary pooped out halfway through, and his business got to be too much. We had to appoint an assistant secretary. Halfway through, my treasurer basically did the same thing. We had to appoint an assistant treasurer. It was problems with just getting started in a new club, I think.
So the entire year would be your biggest challenge?
The entire year, really.
So how have you seen the club change over the years?
Oh, tremendous. I mean, my gosh, I can't believe. I mean, we have so much talent in this club now. And it didn't just happen overnight, but what? Over the few years that we've been a club, you could just see the young, new talent coming in and becoming very involved in Rotary and doing great things and bringing their friends in. And here we are. We started off as a new club at 30 people, or thereabouts, and we're over 100. And I've always been on the membership committee, been chairman of the membership committee most of the years, and we never really had to work that hard. People just kept coming in because our new, vibrant people brought their friends in.
So now that you've seen the club grow, how does it continue to benefit you personally?
Well, I think, it just helps me be a more knowledgeable person. It helps in the fact that you know more people on the island because, as you know, Rotarians are people that anybody would want to know. And everybody knows, at least in some way, they say, oh, yeah, I know you because you've been involved in Rotary, and it may not be true, but they think that I'm a great guy because I'm a past president and all that. It's just a good thing to be involved in Rotary, and personally, it's been very good.
And any advice for future presidents or board members?
Oh, I think keep your cool, don't get upset, things will work out, and just keep on plugging and do the best you can. And if you're on the wrong road, somebody's going to set you straight, and it's going to work out.
Thank you, Gordon.
You're welcome.